Hello Cancer and welcome to my channel. This is Glamour Spell Tarot. Thank you guys for stopping by. This is going to be your July 2020 love and relationships reading. Keep in mind that the energies are interchangeable or they can be vice versa. We are going to see what the cards have to say. I'm going to use as a general energy for this reading. I'm going to pick up a card from the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, and then during the reading we are going to use other decks and oracle decks as usual. So you might resonate with all of the message, parts of the message, or maybe just one sentence. Use common sense and apply it to your situation. Okay? Les mortes. Don't freak out. That's not always a bad thing. Okay? So I need you guys to stay with me and get more into this. Cancer, the card that came out for you is Les Morts. There is no reason to get scared because this means you are going to receive messages, very important messages from beyond. From your spirit guides, from my spirit guides. This card, you can see all of the spirits here, and then you can see the human hands reaching towards them for guidance. So that's exactly what we are trying to do here through tarot, right? In general, the human hands promise to the spirits, to the Loa, that they are going to feed them and give them to drink if they are going to guide them. So in the same way, I brought myself my cup here and drinking tea while I'm doing this reading, because in general, when you feed the Loa, you feed it through the one that is bringing the message. So in this case, it's going to be me. So we'll see what comes out. I feel it's going to be a very powerful message that is supposed to come out for you. Let me take a sip of my tea. And let's see what the oracle has to say. I'm using this little deck. It's called You and Me. You plus me, sorry. Got it last time I was in Abu Dhabi. Wow, I've started being a little bit lightheaded and having chills. There are a lot of messages that wanted to come out for you. So I'm going to take them all. I think there is only one other sign so far that got more than 2 cards. Unless you love someone, nothing else makes sense. And there is a lot of truth to this at the end of the day. I didn't get it. When I was younger, I didn't get this whole concept. When I was younger, I was like, no, I just want to make money and I'm going to be happy like that. But unless you love someone, unless you find your true soulmate, you can be happy. That's not a problem. You can be happy, but there is a sense of emptiness. There is a sense of emptiness until the point when you meet that person that is destined for you. Love is a friendship set to music. Yeah, a true partner, a true soulmate is not only someone you fell in love with romantically, but it's also your friend. You call it madness, but I call it love. There is a sense of madness with love. There is that intense desire, that intense passion that burns everything around it. And it can look like madness, but in fact it's love. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way. I was feeling a little bit emotional before we started the reading. I could feel a lot of emotions coming through. And I have the same feeling right now. I'm almost crying. You might end up crying with joy. And I'm not a person that cries easily. Just let me tell you that. It takes a lot to make me cry. It's like Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Around this time last year, a few months, maybe it's a difference of few months, maybe 14 months ago, I get to the hospital, extreme pain. I've never felt pain like that before, and I'm very tolerant to pain. So, because I don't cry, because I don't scream, because I don't show a lot of emotions, although I have a lot of them, the doctors didn't understand in how much pain I was. I ended up getting into surgery and having a procedure done. But and they apologized after the whole thing, and when I went for the checkup a week later, they were like, "We are sorry, we didn't realize you were in so much pain because you don't know how to express pain, you don't cry." So you guys, I've told you this story. I feel there are two reasons. Why? So one is because if I tell you I'm almost about to cry, it's not something I do often. Okay? So this is going to be a very emotional reading. The second one, I feel you are very tough and you never cry. And you deal with things the way they come in your life. And you just deal with them. Okay? But you might end up being emotional this month. Could be tears of joy. Because the oracle cards I just pulled, they are beautiful. Let's see what the tarot has to say. I'm using the Starman Tarot. 8 of Pentacles. Someone has been very focused on building their abundance, building themselves up. You see all of these pentacles there are set in a constellation type of thing. He's sitting on a perfect geometric structure. Someone has been very focused on building their abundance, on building themselves up, on becoming better. A lot of beautiful colors here, rainbow colors, building their happiness as well. Maybe someone has seen happiness through having money. It's exactly how I started this reading. And you guys know if I say something during a reading, it's because it's connected to the reading. Maybe someone has been very focused on building their fortune, building their career. And they thought they don't need love. They thought they don't need love. But then when they met someone and they fell in love, they realized, or maybe even before, at one point, they realized that sense of emptiness. Unless you love someone, nothing else makes sense. The Chariot, moving forward towards something. Moving forward, someone has gained the enlightenment, someone has been through the steps that they were supposed to go to. Someone took the steps that they were supposed to take. Okay? He's ready, this individual is ready. You see the ray of light above his head. His hair is gray. And not because he looks very old, but because, and here it could be a symbol of, so first of all, at any age, you can change things up in your life. But from a second perspective is, when you, so for me, when someone has gray hair, it's a sense of, they have learned something along the way. In general, age is a significator of learning, going through the experiences, gaining the experience. And you gain experience only through doing things. This is how it works. This is also your card, Cancer, the Chariot. This could also be a significator of something that is happening this month, because this is your month. Happy birthday, Cancer. 10 of Pentacles. Again, that sense of abundance. Someone thinking that their whole accomplishment was to build their fortune. Because I don't see love cards so far, except for the oracle cards. I don't see love cards yet. Not just yet. Someone is comfortable, someone is in their power, someone has built a legacy. Someone has built a legacy. There are 4 silhouettes here of a family. They are not This is more like a wish. They don't have faces, it's just an idea at this point. Someone is realizing that after building all of this fortune, the next step would be to have a family, to build a family, to leave all of this legacy to someone. Leaving your legacy through kids is not only through the accomplishments that you had career-wise, because very few of us, no matter how rich we are going to be and so on and so forth, few of us, it's one thing to build a name and it's a different thing to have money in the bank, to build your wealth. Not every individual that is wealthy on this planet, you hear about them because they are doing something good. Okay? The Lovers, yeah. I've actually seen this card while I was shuffling. It flew out of the deck. It flew out of the deck. While I started shuffling the cards, it flew out of the deck. This is a Gemini card, but this is a card for a true soulmate. And I led the reading with talking about true soulmates, meeting your true soulmate, meeting that person that makes you feel complete. This is divinely guided. You see those two spirits up there? The passion between the two of them. This is one of the most sensual lover cards that I've ever seen. You have the honeys building something, because the honey, the bees, you have the honey, milk and honey, everything is milk and honey in the relationship, right? But the bees are building the honeycomb. The bees are producing the honey. They work a lot. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work to get here. But it's a true connection. It could be a soulmate. It could be a twin flame. I feel someone has realized that what they are missing in their life is their true soulmate. Is definitely their true soulmate, and they are moving towards that. They are moving towards finding that. You also need to keep in mind that the energies can be interchangeable or vice versa. This could be about you or the person you are dealing with. Okay? So you have to take it as it resonates. Someone has been holding on to something, has been holding on to a certain persona. We have the Four of Pentacles, but this is a very special Four of Pentacles. Well, the cards in this deck, they are extremely different. Okay, so you have this individual here that doesn't have a face anymore. He is okay. Mercury retrograde. Go away. You have all of the DNA symbol there. And I was telling you about building a family and leaving something behind and family legacy and passing down your genes. Get where I'm going with that? But he has been wearing all of these masks that he has been holding on to. Now he has no face. Because he's trying to find the true fabric of his soul. Damn. True fabric of his soul. Or of her soul. This individual here is trying to understand who they really are. Because they have been wearing all of this mask that today they don't fit the person anymore. And they are afraid that the face that they have is not as beautiful, or is not as attractive, or is not what people would like to see, or... But I feel they are deciding to let go of that. They are deciding to let go of that and be their true self. Be who they really are and accept what they really want. Which is not necessarily the abundance, but is the love. Being who they truly are. Being true to themselves, being true to their soul's fabric. The Eight of Swords, they have been stuck for a while. They have been stuck trying to understand in which direction to go. But this is a self type of confinement. This is a self type of confinement. However, there is a sense of bondage because she is bonded. She's sitting in that mummy type of coffin, makes me think of the Egyptian culture. in the Egyptian culture, they would mummify the body of someone who died because they would think it has to preserve in order for the individual at the judgment day to come back and take the same body. Okay? So that was the reason behind mummification. Someone has been in isolation, someone has been staying quiet, someone has been keeping quiet because they were trying to be reborn from inside out. They have been trying to be reborn from inside out. And it's interesting because in this card you have like this, so you have a doll inside a doll inside a doll, the matryoshka, the multiple dolls, the Russian dolls. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I think that's the name for it, the matryoshka. But someone has been stuck. Someone has been blocked. Someone has been... But it's a sense of self-entrapment. A sense of this is the way it is and I'm doing things the right way and everyone else is wrong. And this is the way things should go for me. For now and forever. This is what someone might have been saying. The Prince of Pentacles. There has been an offer that took a long time to come your way. There is also a sense with this card of divine timing because you look at this horse, it has the mechanism of a Swiss watch. So to me, that horse goes in divine timing. This individual here, the Prince of Pentacles, instead of taking a fast car, instead of taking a plane, instead of taking, I don't know, a train, whatever, he took the horse. So it's a slow process. It took them a while to think about this offer and how to present it, and it took a long time. But it's going to be a very grounded one. When it arrives, it gets stuck there. Look at the feet of the horse. They have trunk trees on them. They have roots. Also, this individual, instead of taking a GPS, he took a stereo. He has been guided by sound. And first, it was the word. Okay? First, it was the word. The world was created through the power of the word of God. It's a very interesting symbolism this card has. They took a long time to build themselves up. They took a long time maybe to build their wealth. They took a long time to build their career. Maybe they kind of forgot about love in the process. Until they realized nothing else makes sense without love. You have the Seven of Swords. Planning, plotting, strategizing. Maybe they feel they have been robbed of something. Maybe this whole career has robbed them of the experience of loving and being loved. But you don't know what this individual basically is stealing some swords, right? From something that looks like a museum. This swords could be artifacts or could be rusty pieces of metal. You have above a system of cameras that looks like the divine eye. Looks like the divine eye. God is watching. God is watching all of us and what we are doing. And based on that, we are going to be judged at one point. Someone feels as if maybe they have been unworthy of the good things that have been happening to them in their life. Maybe someone feels that they have been sneaking around in order to get to this level. Or again, someone might feel that they have been robbed of that beautiful experience that is love. And they discover it only now. But there is a sense that they need to win. The Ten of Wands. It has been difficult. It hasn't been easy. This road that I have been through, it hasn't been easy at all. It wasn't a walk in the park. There has been a lot of unknown that looks very threatening above that pyramid there. There are stairs going to nowhere. There is a spirit in the back. This individual is, again, that mummy. Remember the mummy? Someone has been very wounded. This guy is so has so many bandages on that looks like a mummy. Those wands that he has been carrying around seem to beat him up. Life has beaten someone up because they didn't put their priorities right. Someone feels drained. This is also someone who is a workaholic, someone who's working too much. And I get this sense from this reading. I definitely get this sense from this reading. The Princess of Pentacles, but the same individual had to learn all over again how to do life. They had to learn how to do life all over again. The Princess of Pentacles, she's pregnant. She's ready to give birth to a new life, to something totally new, totally different, but she had to learn. She has that weird makeup of a clown. She had to learn. There is the trunk of a tree that is growing, and then you have the divine eye. Then her skirt is covered in stars, wish upon a star. Someone really wanted to give birth to a new life. Maybe have a child. Maybe someone really wants to have a child, to leave behind all of this legacy, but they don't want to have a child just to have a child. They want to have a child with a true soulmate. Or they have met this true soulmate and they kind of realized, well, actually, this is also important for me. I also want to have this in my life. This is important for me to have. Okay, so this card wanted to come out, the Prince of Cups, and there is an offer being made. There is an offer being made. Someone is either making you an offer or you are making them an offer, but this can be an engagement. This could be an invitation. This could be, let's move in together. Let's take things to the next level. Let's get engaged. Let's get married. You are the one, let's get married, because it came out right under the Lover's card. You guys know I'm a little bit OCD when I arrange the cards. I don't always know how I'm going to arrange them. I don't have a set type of arrangement, but I'm OCD when I arrange them. They have realized they have met their true soulmate. And they want to do the right thing. They want to take things to the next level. This individual here seems to be riding either a wave or a catfish. I don't know what this is. There is a letter, and there is the cup. Wanting to do something before it's too late. Wanting to do something before they totally miss out on life and the things that actually matter in life. The Sun. They are going after absolute happiness. This is what they want in their life right now. This is happiness, this is optimism, this is vision. Someone is having a vision on how they want their life to look like. Someone started to understand that happiness is more important than maybe all of the money in the world. Happiness is something that really matters. Someone is being compelled to chase happiness for once. And they can see their happiness with this true soulmate, with this twin flame. They didn't realize they were actually missing this until it happened. And this individual is going to be not only their lover, but also their friend. And this individual fell in love without knowing how, when, where. They weren't expecting it. This wasn't in their plans. This wasn't something that they were planning to do. No. It literally came out of nowhere. And is that type of straightforward love. Is that type of love without complexities. Is that type of love that is easy, that is just happening. There is no pride, there is no ego in it. It's loving because you just love. It's not loving because you need something, because you want something, because there is a reason behind it. No, it's just love. You just love because it's love. Yeah, I've actually seen this card before. Someone has been defensive in the past. Someone has been afraid of love. Someone didn't want love in their life. They thought it's a burden, it's a complication that they don't need. And they have been defending themselves from the wands of passion and avoiding them. It's like, no, no, no. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't need this in my life. This is too complicated. This is... Maybe they didn't have the proper models in their house growing up. Maybe they didn't know what a true relationship is. And they have been defending themselves from this. And they have been denying themselves the right to love. But you know what? When Cupid decides to throw their arrows, nothing can stop them. You see how they look like as if they are space shuttles. When they are thrown, you can try to avoid them as much as you want. But when this is part of the divine plan for you, you cannot avoid your true destiny, no matter how much you try, no matter how many detours you take. Your true destiny you cannot avoid. If something is meant to happen, it's meant to happen. And this is going to be happening very fast. You did not see this coming. You have not been expecting this to happen. It just happened. Out of nowhere, out of the blue, you thought you know everything about your life. And that's not the case. That's not the case. The universe, God, whoever you believe in it, came to surprise you. And actually, when I was talking about the Ten of Pentacles, I have been thinking about this card. I was thinking about the differences between the two. Because the Ten of Pentacles in this deck only has those silhouettes that kind of are an indicator of what someone wants. You have the money, but then you also want the family because you want to share with someone the family legacy. And we have been talking about that. And then the Ten of Cups comes out. Look at it. A beautiful family, beautiful kid. They look abundant. There are coins here or something, I don't know. There is a lot of gold around. But there is also happiness. There is also the happiness. It's having it all. Someone has discovered that they have an opportunity to actually this time have it all. And they are not going to miss it. They are going to take it. They didn't realize how better they were, how much they were stuck into their own ideas, how much they were blocked into thinking that the world should be in a certain way and it's all about the money, but it's not. It's not. Yes, money is important. For sure. For sure. But it's not important to have it in the bank. It's important for the experiences that you can have. My beautiful Cancer, happy birthday once more. This is all I had for you for July 2020. These are the messages from my spirit guides, your spirit guides. Keep in mind you won't see this happening, but it's going to be very beautiful. And I feel it's a divine connection. It's totally divinely guided. It was meant to happen like this. And things will suddenly start making sense. It's not madness, it is love. Maybe in the past you thought all of this is madness and there is no point to it, and because maybe you are very rational. But now you discover something else. And someone is ready to take the steps necessarily to start a new life. Drop me a comment below and let me know how you have resonated with this. I will also be very grateful if you guys like, share, and subscribe. And good luck. It looks good. July looks good for you, Cancer. Love and light.